All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. If you're not done so already, please give the video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Multiple winners again in the day trading room today, so absolutely crushing it in there. And yeah, let's see if we can get to 4K, 4,000 subscribers here on the channel. Again, great time to be in the live day trading room as well. Not a great time to be short, though. So again, there's a reason why I've been talking about this very extensively. And again, I don't mean to harp, guys, but the reason I'm saying this is because there's a lot of people, and I know some of you guys say, like, where's the bears? Well, I see them all over the place. Just go on YouTube. Maybe it's just my Twitter feed, but there's lots of large accounts out there that have been telling people to short since 4,400. And I am just trying to keep you guys on the right side of the trade here. And you're going to see here markets, looking at the ES. I said another day or two of basing on Friday. We should break out by when? 4th of July, right? Why is that? Let's look at the volume here on the spiders today. 345. We're going to close in 15 minutes. We haven't even done 30 million shares. So the big boys here, they are gone. They are in the Hamptons. They've turned the buy algos on, and they are just relaxing here. Now, we do have jobs tomorrow. I think we could get a dip on that. We had jolts this morning, and that did not move the market at all. We had a little dip in the Russell, and it held up pretty well outside of that, and it's actually bouncing back up now. But again, this macro stuff over and over, breadth. I hear about breadth every single day. I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow too. I'll have it released over the holiday because I think there's a lot of confusion still about dispersion and what that means. And I've tried to explain it, why I say breadth doesn't matter. And clearly it's been correct, right? So I will do something about that. But yeah, I hear Mag 7 this, NVIDIA that. If NVIDIA is down, the market's going to crash. Well, guess what? I told you guys Tesla was going to take over. I told you guys IGV was going to take over, and that has played out. Again, they've given this out for free too, so members are getting a lot more than this. But this is just the free stuff that I give out here on the channel, and you could have easily made a lot of money off of that. Again, instead of fighting the market, fight with it, right? There's nothing bearish about this chart pattern here. It's a bull flag into support above the moving averages, and we're seeing it start to push up now. So again, I'm not trying to be preachy, but trying to keep everybody on the right side of the trade and trying to make accurate calls here. And I don't care which way the market goes. If you want to be an idealist, you're more than welcome to do that. You're more than welcome to donate to the market. And I will tell you that firsthand because I've been an idealist investor before. I'm trying to keep you guys on the right side of the trade here. So without getting too deep into it here, market's holding up. We got jobs, ADP tomorrow, 8:15. There is a little bit of a pin also at 5,500 right now. So I can show you that right there. And, we kind of figured that's where we were going to go today. As soon as we got above 54.85, 55 was the next resistance. And we're just, hammering on the door right now. We've been inside of this range for a long time. I'll go to a 30-minute. We've been in this range for a long time, and we are knocking on the door here of that as we speak. So again, market's holding up nicely. And again, dispersion, right? One thing's up, another thing's down, another thing's down, another thing's up. Tesla's the one pumping today. We also got help from Netflix here, up 1%. Microsoft at new all-time highs, and Apple still holding up well. So again, NVIDIA, yeah, it was the market for a while, but when you have dispersion, which I'll explain more in another video, it doesn't matter. Breadth doesn't matter. The macro doesn't matter. The indexes are pinned. Volatility is pinned at the index level. So your macro stuff is going to need to be it's going to need to be a bomb in order to unpin that market. So that's the long and short of it. Still targeting 5,600. And I think we get there, in the next couple of weeks. But holiday volume in effect. And Powell this morning, that's event volatility, right? So we had jobs and we had Powell speaking this morning. He didn't really say anything that groundbreaking. So what happens? Those hedges come off, and that's what's called event volatility. And it propels the market up. So market's holding up here. Q's here up 1% on the day, right below all-time highs. Russell 2000 up 0.25%. That was actually positive. That was the only index positive this morning pre-market. That's also a sign. If I continue to see the Russells hold up, it doesn't need to outperform, but if it continues holding up through these data points, and when it should be crashing, right? When we see yields ripping higher and the Russell's not crashing, that's the market's way of talking to you. So pay attention to those little details. Diamond here up $1.61, up 0.5%, just under. And again, nice little bull inside bar there on the daily, and that is getting ready to go as well. So market's still holding up here very nicely. Semiconductors, again, so down, or excuse me, up 75 basis points here. But let's look at NVIDIA. I ask you guys this every day, and nobody's got an answer for me. Where's the crash? NVIDIA's down. NVIDIA's down 2.25 this morning. Market's not going down. At Broadcom up 0.5%. This is curling back up. You got laggards like AMD here. This can play catch up. Intel can be a catch up play. So TSM up nicely today. I think a lot of people were betting that NVIDIA was going to be the undoing of the market, and I told you it was going to top out around that OPEX. It did a day before, but the market's been able to hold up. It doesn't need the semis to go higher because guess what? Cloud is going up. Again, been giving this one out for weeks here. It's just free alpha. So, this big move there, that's going to 92. Dow Transport's here holding up today, up 0.33%. Still hanging in there. All right, so let's get over to rates. There we go. 2-year. Again, the 2-year did back off. That's because we're looking at a 10-minute. All right, so the 2-year did back off on the yield, and but it's still just kind of in this holding pattern. Yesterday we had a pretty good unwind of the inversions, but again, like I said, they keep teasing it, right? Oh, we're going to unwind, and then we come back down. Oh, we're going to unwind. I can tell you the last 2 days or over the weekend, everybody's talking, here it comes. It's unwinding. It's unwinding. And then today we're right back off. That doesn't mean we won't, but I mean, obviously we will have to at some point. But it is backing up a little bit here. Long end, I think, was a little stretched going into the jobs data this morning, JOLTS. And you see we got a little pop, and then it's kind of come back in since then. So probably priced in a little bit. You see the 30-year there as well coming down. And we'll see. I mean, if jobs are weak, yields could be a little offsides in the short term. So still looking for maybe this trend line on the 10s and 30s. And then I think, we'll probably pull back a little bit. But yield's still pretty strong, and they've been holding up. And that's been the case for a while. And it's going to continue to be the case. XHB here down 17 cents. Still don't like it, but it did get a bounce. It got close to that 97 level I told you about. So that was kind of your first support. Now watch this, too, because if we keep going down, we're probably getting down into 92, low 90s. I think it's a really good bounce area. But watch out. I mean, if this somehow reverses, just, I'm not saying it will, but if you were to close back up above 100 by the end of the week, you could have a false breakdown. So watch out, because those can result in big moves. I also talked about this yesterday or the day before, I don't remember, but just a hypothetical, right? What if it does one of these, right? What if it just becomes a flag and then we go up? Just food for thought. I'm not saying it happens, though. VNQ up 1/3, still holding up there. I still think that's poised for another move up. XLF up 1%. Financials are strong. There's nothing wrong. KRE up 1 1/3. Regional banks are strong. What's the macro for that, guys? Where's the macro genius answer for that? Don't need one. Just use the charts here, okay? Stop listening to the accounts that have been short since 4,400. KBE up 1 1/3. Broker dealers, bull flag breakout near all-time highs. It's a little stretched on the monthly, as you guys know. Oil, I gave this level out for free every day, and again, in the money nicely on our oil short. Even gave it out on Twitter this morning. So it's just free alpha here on the channel. And members got paid really nicely here. 84.30 was my entry. High of the day, 84.38. We already got 2 profits locked in, and I'm looking for more. This might be the high of the year on oil, by the way. It tends to go up into the first week of July. We'll see. I don't think Biden's going to let this go much higher, but we'll see. Good pullback there. XLE down 22 cents. XOP fractionally higher. I still like the pattern on these, even though they were kind of mixed today. OIH, again, inside bar pattern, that can still push. think it's getting ready. Uranium here down via the CCJ, down 1%. NM down 73 basis points. Watch this. Daily pattern's a little weak. So it may want to go down and test 47. And then same thing with NJ. You guys know the weekly level. That's not changed. Nat gas here. I think this is very attractive here. Couple of reasons. One, obviously the most important technicals here. 4 hours in the absolute basement, and you're seeing it start to snap back up now. Hourly, pretty fat divergence there too. We sold off all day long today, and from the pre-market 245, we only went down what, 4 cents, 3 cents. That tells you sellers are exhausted. Again, just looking for a bounce here. Additionally, we have inventories tomorrow because tomorrow's a half day, and we have the holiday. So inventory is at 12 tomorrow. It's beaten down into a volatility event. Tells you it's likely priced in any bad news. Additionally, I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's a massive hurricane, category 4 in the Caribbean. And it doesn't look like it's necessarily going to go to the Gulf, but these things can change. There's this thing called wind, and they do change very quickly in open water. And it just seems to me like if that hits the Gulf, the market is completely discounting that. I'm not saying it does. It could just easily miss. It could fizzle out. But it just seems like a risk that is not priced in whatsoever into gas. Just a thought here. But I like it outside of that just from the technicals anyway here for the bounce. Resistance at 255 and 260 in the short term. Dollar index, that's on the Q contract, by the way. Dollar index backing off here after jobs data. We got a good pop, and what do you guys know, follow the channel. When you can't rally on good news, that's not a good sign. We'll see what we get tomorrow. That said, the dollar is still holding up. I told you guys a lot of resistance up here, though, so that still needs to digest. Gold with a pretty good rebound today, and it's just been in a range. It's quiet. I like that. I like that nobody's pumping it. It means that people are getting bored, and they'll start giving up on it soon. So it's starting to get of interest here. Silver inching up a little bit here too. I still don't think that's ready to break out yet either. It doesn't mean it can't inch up, but I still think that's got backing and filling. Platinum trying for a higher low, up 2.5. We'll see what that does. I'd like it back down at that trend line again. I have avoided these metals right now. And the palladium here, who knows? Maybe they left them at the altar by getting close to double bottom. That 200 MA though has been a thorn in its side. So this is the tell here. First of all, you can tell it's bottoming because look at the moving averages. Do you see how far away from price it is here from the 200? Right, and then you get this big rally up there. But look at how it's like very close now. So seller momentum is almost non-existent now. So they've lost that selling pressure, and they pushed it down here and here and here, but you never made new lows, and even if you did, it would have been kind of, you're so close to that moving average, so that's why I say it's getting ready to bottom. But if this can sustain above that 200, I think that starts to change things. So I've been telling you guys that I like it down here for a while. It hasn't gone anywhere, but if this ever plays catch up, I mean, this is your risk reward play here. So, and nobody cares about it either. Again, I like it when no one cares about it. I don't want it when it's copper and everybody's copper's going to $7-8, at 5 when it was at 3.7 2 months ago. That you don't want that. You want to be a seller there. Now that nobody cares about it, it's starting to get interesting again. I still like 425 though. All right, Bitcoin backing off. Never got that close above the daily inside bar, so technically it's still in play. But if we can close above that yellow line on a daily, this should squeeze. So right now you'd want to see, some type of hourly higher low or something like that here. It's kind of choppy right now, not really the greatest pattern. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, you got a chance here. But really the line in the sand is 63,316. That's my big level. But still hanging in there. I see the IWM getting a bid right now. Look at this. Big gamma squeeze. 55.10 incoming. So 2 minutes left here. 1 minute left here. Again, at any point, was this, I'll just do this. Was this ever a bear pattern? Right? Everybody should know that answer. I saw a lot of accounts calling, and I'm serious, I'm just going to do this because I want people to understand. There is accounts calling this a bear flag. This is not a bear flag, guys. This, you are above all the moving averages. You are inside bar to the mother bar here. Then, right, this down move here is not, no, it's not. So again, simplify it. Price action above everything. Don't try to be a macro genius and think that you're gonna, outsmart the market here. Price action here is king, and we're ready for another trend leg here. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. You guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. Let's get to 4K subscribers here, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.